How you doing? I'm tying up for TK24 Sports now. Today's game day hype show is going to come with a twist. We're looking at Spurs taking on Manchester United. Now, this one is not going to give you all the head-to-head, the previous results, as well as the form guide. This one, we're just going to have to go with this one with a different approach. We're going to have to look at these two teams very strong, very deep, because one manager may end up losing his job coming this weekend after the game is played. So anyway, if you're new to the show, make sure you like, subscribe, turn that notification on, because shows like this just don't come along too often. Now, you ready? Let's get into it. Here we go. Nuno versus Ole. One of these managers will be fired, no doubt, come Monday. Or by the grace of God, or whoever it is you follow in this mighty universe, could be saved if it's a draw. Now, of course, both sets of supporters are not looking for a draw. They want to win. The players are going to want to win, and so is the manager. But most importantly, the owners are going to want a win and a performance. So this game, build, of course, of the last game played on Saturday, it's going to be live on Sky Sports, no doubt about it. Are you going to be there? You're going to go to the game? Are you going to watch the game? Are you going to put off anything you want to do, even if you're a neutral supporter, to watch this game to see which way it's going to go? Because I know I am going to try. So, which way do I think this game is going to go? I think it could end up being the draw. But before I even get into that part, as I came to that conclusion, is this. Nuno plays a certain style of football. I don't even know what it is. Solskjaer, though, does play a style of football. No one knows what it is. So making a joke about it is very serious. Both managers are immense pressure. They're under immense pressure. They both need to win this game. And I think Solskjaer needs to win this game more than Nuno does, and I'll explain why. Nuno's just got into the job. And yes, he can still get fired even after 10 games. But this is not his team. He's got a captain there who does not, well, not the captain, because Hugo Lloris is the captain. He's got a striker there who does not want to be there. Levy and the posse upstairs held out for 150 million. They was never going to get 150 million for Harry Kane. They could have taken 100, right, or 120. Let's go 120, and reinvested that and built a bloody good squad for Nuno. But no, they got greedy. They thought Harry Kane will come in and put in a performance and then leave next season. No, Harry Kane is turning up doing a shift and not a performance. Now, you and I at home know the difference. We go to work, we put in a shift, but not a performance. And this is trying to get that pay rise, and you're trying to get that accolation of saying, yo, you deserve that money, I'm going to give that one to you. But until then, you just put in the shift, right? That's what Harry Kane is doing. He's just putting in the shift work. And this is just the demise of Spurs. They've got Son, who signed a new deal. He ain't going nowhere fast. You've got Lucas. You've got all these other players there who's not even worth mentioning because none of them are game time winners. You look at United on the other hand with Ole. They've got game time winners. Let me just call them out. Rashford, game time winner. Ronaldo, game time winner. Fernandes, game time winner. I would say Sancho, but this guy is now appearing to be going for the 007 role rather than being United's right winger. Making a joke of that, and that's not funny for the poor young man. What I'm saying is this. They're trying to say he's played 7 appearances, no assists and no goals, so now they're calling him 007. It's a joke and it's not even funny, because that will break down any young person's confidence going into a game knowing you haven't been an effective player as you were at your last club when you played for Dortmund. And that's why everyone was raving about him, saying, oh, Sancho. But he's coming over, he's looking more like Pepe from Arsenal. And that's no dig, but it's just the truth. I see the man playing. I don't see what the big raving is all about. You can turn around and say it's an adjustment to this country, but the boy was born in this country, so there's no adjustment there. He only went to Dortmund for 3 odd years and he's come back. So let's not use that one as an excuse. Okay, new teams, new manager, new tactics, that could be the big play. But he's still not adapting. He's still not putting anything in or an end product that I can see and turn around and say this guy is a world beater and he was worth the money that United laid out for him. But then again, you got Paul Pogba, who, of course, got sent off last weekend against Liverpool when they got battered 5-0, can no longer play in this game. And I think it's going to be about 3 games he's not going to be playing for, so United are truly stuffed. But even before then, Pogba was on the bench just because he wouldn't sign a new contract or come to terms for a new deal straight away. So United have played themselves into this one themselves. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has played himself into this one himself. Does that even make sense? I don't know, but hey, who cares? Let's move on. United then have Fernandes up front behind Ronaldo, and he has not even hit the heights as what he had hit last season. Yeah, he scores a few goals here and there, but he's not doing anything special. Marcus Rashford's come back from injury. looks all out of sorts at the moment. He looks all out of sorts against Liverpool, all out of sorts when he played in the Champions League. You've got Ronaldo, who's still stuck on 2 to 3 goals this season in the Premier League. He's not living up to the hype. Look at Mo Salah on 10 goals, and you got Jamie Vardy on 7, and then Mikel Antonio on 6. Then everyone else is like 5 and 4 and so forth. Ronaldo is not living up to the bill. They pay a lot of money, but then again, did they just buy him for the commercial rights of saying, yo, we got United, we got Ronaldo, look what we're trying to do at Man United, we're coming to come from everyone else. But the problem is, even with that squad, you get a good manager in. You know you can do so much better than what they're doing right now. So is it the manager, is it the players, or is it a combination of both that both just don't like each other and they're just both turning up doing a shift and not a performance? And this is what you have to look at, supporters. You're going to have to look closely at your players and thinking, you know what? Let's look at this from a different angle. Am I looking at players turning up and this doing a shift and not a performance? Because either way, they're still going to get paid every month. There's not talking about what they get per week. They're going to get paid every month. They got their contract until they get sold, which is going to either be January or it's going to be at the end of May, come June, July, August, whatever it's going to be after the World Cup. They're here. They're going to get paid. So it's not like they're going to get sacked. It's not like us that's turning up to work and we kind of put in a shift and we're not really doing anything special when we get performance out. These guys get performance out and still get paid the big bucks. But you have to look at, it's got to be the manager. I could turn around and say the players, but then again, you've got players with less talent, less IQ, less footballing IQ, and still putting in a performance, not the shift, a performance. And you can see how they're playing because the manager's got them drilled to the bone and those players believe in that manager to get the best out of them. And I just don't believe that these two managers are getting the best out of these players because these players do not believe in what the managers are saying to them on the training pitch, in the dressing room, to take over to the white line. Now, of course, as a player, you should be professional enough to turn around and say, I don't like the dude, but do you know what? We could take our grievances to the bosses, and the bosses are not going to hear us. And we have to turn around and say, look, get us a man in, or a woman, or whoever it's going to be, who we're going to respect and get the best out of us. If you can't do that, I have to go. That's the difference. And sometimes you may not want to do that. You may want to be a professional and turn and say, well, being a professional means, you just turn up and do your job. But your career is short in football. So you want to have the best coaches, the best manager who's going to get the best out of you. So when you turn up and show out and you give a performance, not a shift. And it's easier said than done. It's easier to turn around and say, well, you get paid big bucks, so you should get used to it and deal with it. But it's not easy as that. It doesn't matter how much you get paid, but if you're not enjoying turning up for the job, you're not enjoying playing for the manager, it's hard getting yourself motivated. You take to the pitch or you're on the training ground and the manager's just chatting waffle and you're like, what the hell is this? Are we pressing? Are we attacking? Are we a counter-attacking team? Are we just a defensive team? Please tell me, what are we? But until then, it's going to be very hard, isn't it, to get yourself up to play the game. And this is what United and Spurs are going to have to do. They're going to have to figure it out this weekend. Mark my word, I'm telling you right now, Solskjaer's under more pressure than what Nuno is. Like I said, Nuno's just come in. Solskjaer's been here for a minute. His time is coming to an end. And it's scary to say, I said it's going to be a draw in the beginning, but I think it's actually going to be a Spurs win. I just think Spurs are going to say, listen, this is the best time to play United and let's get these 3 points. It only was last season that we spanked them 6-1 at Old Trafford. So what's it going to be at, the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, that's what they call it. It could be another devastating blow. And I think if United lose this one, 3-4-0, 5, oh my goodness. Solskjaer better not even get the bus back or the coach or the plane back or the train with United. He might as well just sit there in North London and start thinking, do I get an Uber? Do I charter my own plane? Because I know I'm getting sacked. And that's a scary thing. And can you imagine the players actually throwing the game just to get the man out? And again, if the players turn up and they just put in a shift, you know what's what. You know they want the manager out and they don't care how they do it. And that'll be their silent protest because there's no way this United, the Glazers, can sit down and say to themselves, listen, we got spanked by Liverpool 5-0. We went away to Spurs, we got spanked 3-4, 5-0. Then we got City at home, we're going to get demoralised, could be 10-0. Then we have to go to Watford. Then we got to go and play Chelsea at home. Then we have to go have Arsenal coming to us. And if Arsenal's still on form, that could be even more embarrassing. It is not a good look for Solskjaer. But Solskjaer could come out of the tunnel in the grace of light And if he starts winning at Spurs, then he goes to City and beats them, beats Watford, beats Chelsea, beats Arsenal. All could be forgotten, all could be forgiven, and who knows from there. Same could be said for Nuno. So, which way do you think it's going to go? I don't know. But if you're watching this on Facebook, give the page a like and share it to as many people as you possibly can. If you're watching on YouTube, again, like this show and then follow it if you can. If you're subscribed to YouTube, just press that subscribe button so you don't miss game day hype shows like this every Friday when we come to you. Thank you for watching. I'm Ty Knife here for TK24 Sports, and yes, I'm on Twitter. Handle was in the beginning. The handles come up now. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend and good luck to your team. Goodbye.